I'm a third year PhD student in Nuria Lopez Vigas lab here at IRB. I'm Hanya and I'm a part of the student council.
Hi, I'm Adrian. I'm a third year PhD student in Patrick Alois Lab at Institute of Research of Biomedicine at Barcelona.
Hi, I'm Valentina. I'm a second year PhD student in the lab of Manuel Serrano here at IRB Barcelona. It's very easy to talk about physical pain, physical issues, but there is still a little bit of concern by everyone about talking about mental health. So in my opinion, PhD students are even more worried about talk about this because the work of a PhD student is a really personal work and it's full of moments of failures, and this really affects your mental health.
There is still this very big stigma around mental health. So the stigma is related to people thinking that if you experience depression, anxiety, or any other mental health issues, that there is something wrong with you or there is something wrong with that. It's actually not the case. It's just that we are in a very demanding environment, and as a result, often this leads to depression and anxiety.
During the PhD, it's easy to find, this kind of competitive environments, and I'm afraid that in those environments, PhD students wrongly associate those feelings to weakness.
So imposter syndrome is a kind of a phenomenon of person experiencing feelings of inadequacy, feeling that they are not actually as good as they actually are. And the name imposter syndrome comes from the fact that they feel like they are a fraud, that they are cheating people into believing that they are better than they actually are, and that maybe one day their boss, their colleagues, their family will find out who they really are and that they are this very bad person.
Particularly during the PhD, in my opinion, one of the main triggers of this imposter syndrome comes when you realize that you're not going to fulfill all the expectations that you have at the beginning.
You experience so much failure and so much time that you need to reach a success that at the end you don't really feel that this success is deserved because you feel that you have wasted a lot of time. I think that this is how the system works, and I completely agree with Adrian, and the system should change. Because sometimes during your PhD or during your postdoc, you start a project, the project doesn't work in the direction that you would like it to. And when you obtain negative results, these negative results are not published, never, by anyone. I guess that now they are a little bit trying to change this, but in the last 2 years, I think that two important things happened. One is that, for example, for trials that are made on animals, you can publish if a trial didn't work. And this is very good, also from an ethical point of view. And the other thing is that there is a new journal that only decided to only publish negative results. And in my opinion, this is amazing because it's the real meaning of science.
Additional factor is our impact on the society, on the environment. But having all of those requirements put on a single scientist, I think it's too much, because then scientists become this kind of a Swiss knife or a bit of a circus that we have to be able to do everything. So we have to be able to do very good research, write very good papers, have luck to be able to have actually positive results that are publishable. Then on top of it, we need to be able to get involved in policy making. We should also, I think it's impossible for one scientist alone to achieve all of that.
Those feelings are the natural way we have as a human beings to cope with those stressful situations. However, I do think that we can train ourselves to better cope with them. But the first thing here is to first identify those problems and then try to have tools to know how to proceed. And using this case where this kind of seminars and meetings of mental health can really help on that and provide at least tools to know how to proceed.
So I think that IRB is starting a very good program for mental health. First of all, because now we have a psychologist. Now this is the first event about mental health for PhD students.
So we are in a demanding environment. Academia is demanding, and doing a PhD is demanding as well. So it's about finding new, better ways of coping with this very demanding and stressful environment, better ways of coping, and trying to not let the problems get out of hand. First, IRB makes a statement this way, that it's okay, we are supportive. And second, that tries to do something to actually help people that decide to take therapy, which is basically training yourself in how to cope better with stressful situations. Then secondly, we have a mental health working committee in IRB that has been opened, I think around 2 years ago, that asks the community what they need. So they are preparing a survey every once in a while to ask the community, check if there are any specific problems, and then look for solutions within the community on what could help improve the environment that we are working in. Another thing that we can do is to help people that are in the positions of power within the IRB train themselves in how to see any issues arising for the people that are working for them, and then how to help them cope with it together and support them through it.